Hello, I'm Tim Stiles. I'm here with the MUFIC Songwriter of the Month for April 2017, Wanda. Thanks for being here today.
It's my pleasure, Tim. Glad to see you.
I really enjoy your songs. They're very down home. There's something very down home about it. I wondered, did you come from a musical family?
Sort of. My grandmother was like into playing piano and organ for the local church. And my uncle had a wonderful voice. But my mother, if you stood next to her in church, you would pretend like you didn't know her because she sang so badly. She couldn't hold a note in a barrel, as they say.
Did you start out playing guitar, or how did that progress?
I think I started on the piano on my grandmother's lap when I was too small to do anything else. But she had me picking out things like Mary Had a Little Lamb on the piano by ear. And then later on, I picked up the guitar when I was about 11. And I wanted to be one of those kids that sat around the fire, you know, and sang Kumbaya and be a part of it all because it just looked like fun. The first time I saw Elvis on TV, I was about 5 years old. And he looked like he was having so much fun. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
A rock star.
Yeah, naturally.
When did you start writing songs?
When I was 18, I was hanging out with a couple of guys. I was living in Charlotte, and they were starting to write. We were all kind of budding songwriters, and they had better guitars than me, and I kind of looked up to them. And they started writing. I figured I better start writing or trying to write some songs, too. So I started keeping a spiral-bound notebook, and to date I have, I don't know how many spiral bounds I have or pieces of notebooks sitting around. But that was my first complete song, came out at about 18.
When you write, you usually start with the lyrics or the melody?
It depends. Sometimes a chord will strike a melody or a lyric. Most of the time it's an idea that comes forward. Sometimes it's the hook line. A lot of people write from the hook line and backwards. But for me, sometimes it's just the idea of how I'm going to get from point A to point B. So I don't think there's any like set way that I write. It comes out sideways sometimes. I'll start to write a serious song and it'll turn out to be funny. So I'm just happy to be able to do it.
Well, I'm really excited to play on the song that you're going to record today. Tell us a little bit about that song.
That song started in a fundraiser. I did a lot of radio for a lot of years, and my favorite gig was a 6-year stint with an Americana station in Western North Carolina. And we had always had guests come in for our fundraisers, and we had a lot of fun because we weren't the old boring typical somebody please send us money public radio station. We would like give out really good premiums, people's albums and pottery and art clothes and stuff like that to raise money and have all those things donated by artists in the area. So these guys came down from Charleston, West Virginia. They were people who worked on Mountain Stage, which is a syndicated radio program. And Larry Gross and Andy Breidenauer, his producer, came down. And they're a lot of fun to hang out with, too. They're a lot like you and me. They love music. Andy is a songwriter. Not Andy, but Larry is a songwriter. He wrote Junk Food Junkie years ago and had like one hit with it. But he understands music and musicians. So we were having fun, and they were talking about going home to West Virginia the next day and really feeling like they wanted to get back home. And I could tell they were looking forward to it after having been with us for about 5 days. And it struck me, the thought, going home, where is my home? Where do I come from? Where do I consider the ultimate place to go home to? And it occurred to me it's where I'm from originally, which is Mechanicsville, South Carolina. And it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's a crossroads there. There's a Baptist church. There's a couple of little stores, like convenience stores, and not much else, a lot of flat farmland. And I don't really have any kinfolk much to speak of there now, so there's no reason to go back. Sometimes you really can't go home again, but when I go there, it's in my heart and in my mind, and it makes me comfortable, you know, to be there. So that's where the song comes from.
I really enjoy the song, and I'm looking forward to playing it today. Thank you so much for being here with us.
I'm looking forward to playing it with you.
Wanda, everybody.
2, 3, 4. There's a little white house under pecan trees, arbor where the grapes ripen on the vine, chicken in the pot and biscuits if you please. I'll be there by supper time. And blow me down that long lost highway, blow me down that one last hill. I'm going back to the flatlands today. I'm going home to Mechanicsville. I've been living uphill, running down the road. I've got 1,000 things I think I've gotta do. Find a flat place to lay down my load. I'm going home, girl, what about you? And blow me down that long lost highway, blow me down that one last hill. I'm going back to the flatlands today. I'm going home to Mechanicsville. And no matter where you ramble, no matter where you roam, no matter what craziness you're going through, every now and then you've got to go home. Home's where someone will wait for you. Apron round her middle and flour on her hands. We're cooking my favorite, she knew that I'd come. It's been so long, I hope she understands. Mama, come quick, all your children are home. And blow me down that long lost highway, blow me down that one last hill. I'm going back to the flatlands today. I'm going home to Mechanicsville. And no matter where you ramble, no matter where you roam, no matter what craziness you're going through, every now and then you got to go home. 'Cause home's where someone will love you true. I got a little tan house under live oak trees, apples and peaches out there in the yard, and kids running round playing in the breeze. Life is easy here even when it's hard. And blow me down that long lost highway, blow me down that one last hill. I'm going back to the flatlands today. I'm going home to Mechanicsville. And blow me down that long lost highway, blow me down that one last hill. I'm going back to the flatlands today. I'm going home to Mechanicsville. Someone take me home.